So here's a story of the faithful cat. About 60 years ago, in the summertime of Japan, in Osaka somewhere, um, these people were talking. A man had visited a house there, um, and he told them that he had eaten some very extraordinary cakes today. And when he was asked what he meant, he told the following story. He got the cakes from the relatives of a family who were celebrating an anniversary for the death of a cat that had belonged to their ancestors. He asked the history of the affair, and he was told that in the former days, a young girl of the family, about 16 years old, used to have a really loyal cat, a tomcat, who would follow her around everywhere. And people would say that they were never spotted without one another. When her father perceived this, he was incredibly angry, thinking that the tomcat had forgotten the kindness that he was treated with in this house, and he thought that the cat had fallen in love with his daughter and wanted to cast a spell on her. So, seeing this, he obviously wanted to kill the beast. And he was planning this in secret, but the cat had overheard him. So that night, when he went to sleep, he heard a voice, which he assumed was a human voice, but it said, "You suspect me of being in love with your daughter, and although you might well be justified in so thinking, your suspicions are groundless. The fact is this. There is a very large old rat who has been living for many years in your granary. Now, it is this old rat who is in love with my young mistress, and that is why I dare not leave her side for a moment." The cat continued on about how this rat was nearly as big as him, or if not bigger, and although this cat couldn't beat this rat, another cat could. And the father was pretty, sold. So the very next day, when he woke up, he told his family, and he went off to this other house where the bigger cat was, the cat that his cat had told him about. And he had no difficulty finding it. He found the house, and he asked them. He said, "I've been told of your cat, and I have a serious rat problem." And the owners were very understanding. They said, "Yes, please, thank you. You can take our cat and use it to kill this rat." It was a very, very easy matter to settle. So the father took the cat and put him with his other cat. And he put them in the granary together, and he went to sleep. But in the middle of the night, he woke up to the sounds of clattering, of hissing and meowing, and banging on the walls. So he ran to the granary along with the other members of his family, and there he saw that the two cats were there, and there was a rat, bigger than both of the cats, dying. The cats had beaten the rat, but they had suffered a lot of injuries during that fight. The family then finished off the rat very quickly, and they tried to feed the cats, nurse them back to health. Unfortunately for them, the cats eventually died, and the father decided to bury the cats with honor. And year after year, they remember the cats, and they celebrate it. And that's the story of the faithful cat.